This is the Skn Newsline Newscast. I'm Andre Huey. Uncertainty over the COVID-19 Omicron variant has put a halt to some changes in restrictions that government planned on achieving a high level of first dose vaccination. Glenn Bart of our newsroom has the details.
Some measures planned to be implemented emerging out of the clutches of the COVID-19 pandemic are to be put on hold following the emergence of a new variant of the COVID-19 virus. The recently WHO announced Omicron virus is believed to have originated in South Africa, and already several countries have reported cases. Some countries have proceeded to close their borders to traffic coming out of southern African countries. Referring to 5 planned measures on achieving 80% single-dose vaccination in St. Kitts and Nevis, the Prime Minister said 2 of the measures will be put on hold until more insight on the variant is obtained.
Of the 5 measures that we had proposed in consultation with the health experts, 2 of them we were advised that we should put on pause. And the 2 of the 5 that we put on pause would be 1, the removal of the barriers at Port Zante, which have been established principally to protect our citizens and residents by allowing the passengers to move in a bubble. The second measure that remains in place is that a negative PCR test will remain the standard for persons to enter our federation. All persons 12 and over who are fully vaccinated with a negative PCR test, which must be taken within 72 hours of arrival, will continue to be required to have a negative PCR test before being released from quarantine.
The Prime Minister provided the information during a December 1 sitting of the National Assembly. Glenn Bart reporting for Skn Newsline.
Government has made a change in the reduced VAT rate days following a request of the private sector organization. Again, we join Glenn Bart.
Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris announced during a parliamentary sitting that the proposed reduced VAT rate days has been altered to become 2 consecutive days. According to Dr. Harris, who is also the Minister of Finance, the original reduced VAT rate days were slated for December 16th and 18th. But on 30th November, the Cabinet considered the change following a proposal from the St. Kitts and Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce.
Cabinet has approved the revised dates provided by the Chamber of Friday 17th and Saturday the 18th as the new dates when consumers will benefit in a major reduction in the applicable VAT rate, which hitherto and still remains today 17%, but for the purposes of what we describe as the reduced VAT rates, 5% will apply on merchandise. Now, one of the reasons that the Chamber has advanced was that they were concerned that on the previous date they had proposed, the 16th, we will have a record or a large number of cruise ships dock in Bastia, and that you will have an overflow of thousands of cruise passengers on December 16th. That, of course, will not provide for the greatest efficiency in terms of our people moving to and fro to execute business on the 16th. Accordingly, the Chamber has proposed December 17th, and on that date, we are expecting a lower cruise traffic to be experienced. And so, Mr. Speaker, we have moved from the 16th and 18th to the 17th and 18th.
The Prime Minister said that he wants consumers to spend, but to do so carefully, as he indicated that the pandemic is still impacting the economy and livelihoods. Glenn Bart reporting for Skn Newsline.
When we come back, Nevis joins the world in observing World AIDS Day. If you're looking for a one-stop shop for all your electronics, you only have 2 stores to choose from: Island Electronics on 4th Street, Bastyr, and Smart Electronics at Port Zante. At Island Electronics, you have some of the top brands in electronics, from the top-of-the-line smartphones, Samsung and iPhone, laptop computers, smart TVs, washing machines, small appliances, phone accessories, refrigerators, and so much more. Brands include Whirlpool, Samsung, Black & Decker, HP, and much more. Island Electronics is located in the heart of Bastyr. Make it easy for you to access and shop. You can also choose to shop at Smart Electronics. Get the same great deals and quality products, the widest array in smartphones, including the latest Samsung Z Fold, smart TVs, and simply the best in household appliances like stoves, refrigerators, washing machines, even dishwashers. At Smart Electronics, get products for your leisure: headphones, video games, from Nintendo Switch to PlayStation 5, Bluetooth speakers, and much more. It's so hot these days. Well, at Smart Electronics, you can buy fans or air conditioners. And the brands that Smart Electronics carry are simply the best: JL, Beats, Whirlpool, Panasonic, LG, Samsung, HP, Dell, RCA, and many more. You can choose to buy cash or on layaway. So if you're looking for electronic stores with the best deal and quality, Island Electronics and Smart Electronics are your only choices. Choose the store of your convenience. Contact them today. Smart Electronics at 466-4271 or WhatsApp 668-2818, or Island Electronics at 665-8677. 2 stores, 1 great experience. If you need effective advertising at affordable prices, you need to advertise with Skn Newsline. We offer a wide range of services: TV advertising, video ad production, social media marketing and management, WhatsApp marketing, digital marketing, and much more. We offer a comprehensive marketing package to suit your budget. Call our advertising department at 665-7456, 661-2008, or 663-8887. Get your message out on our newscast on the cable channel 95 and or online networks. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Skn Newsline. Marketing made easy. Welcome back. The Nevis Junior Minister for Health, Hazel Brandy Williams, gives a formal address on World AIDS Day, observed on December 1st. More in this report. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has threatened the success and gains achieved over the past 4 decades since the advent of the first AIDS case, says Junior Minister of Health on Nevis, Hazel Brandy Williams, on the occasion of World AIDS Day, December 1st.
With the demands of the current pandemic depleting resources and straining the healthcare workforce, the task of ending the AIDS pandemic may seem daunting. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic has also unsurfaced more economic, cultural, and social inequalities that, if not addressed, will significantly threaten the achievement of the goal to end AIDS by 2030. Every World AIDS Day observance is an opportunity for us to evaluate and refocus on how we can address the various challenges that persons living with HIV and AIDS and those at risk are facing. To ensure that the work continues and no one is left behind, all sectors within our communities will need to work together even more to solve the issues surrounding inequalities. In Nevis, the commitment to ending AIDS inequalities and pandemics stands firm. The Ministry of Health continues to work assiduously with our local, regional, and international partners to ensure that services are reaching those in need. We still have work to do in order to reach vulnerable communities who are hesitant to access available services. Human resource challenges also exist, but we continue to ensure that our healthcare workers are equipped with the technical expertise and resources to meet program objectives and targets.
the minister urged the public to know their HIV/AIDS status and get tested.
The HIV/AIDS Coordinating Unit continues to offer oversight of the management of HIV and AIDS in Nevis. The unit works in collaboration with other public and private partners to ensure that services remain available for education, counseling, testing, and treatment. Records show that in 2020, there were 269 counseling and testing sessions. To date, for this year, 354 tests were carried out at our public laboratory. Currently, our register, there are 21 persons living with HIV. 12 are male and 9 are female. I therefore encourage you to take the opportunity this World AIDS Day to get tested and know your status, and encourage friends and family to do the same.
The minister said that the individual and confidential counseling and rapid testing services are available free of cost at selected health centers and at the hospital. Treatment by antiretroviral therapy and tests for monitoring are also offered free of cost. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline. Nevis recorded its first case of HIV/AIDS in 1987. Since then, 78 persons contracted the virus, and there are 21 active cases at the moment, disclosed Ms. Chavane Nisbet, Senior Health Educator at the Nevis Health Promotion Unit.
Number of recorded cases that we've had from then until now is at 78. The number of deaths we've had from then until now would be 30. Our active cases are 21, and that would be 12 males and 9 females.
Ms. Nisbet also pointed to the provisions made by the Ministry of Health to facilitate those who have contracted the disease.
Persons who are infected with HIV that are registered, they are offered free treatment from the Ministry of Health. And so that's an ongoing program that we have that's manned by our persons who are catered to who are specifically dealing with HIV and AIDS, the cases that we have. We also have free testing for HIV that is offered at the health promotion unit as well as on the health centers, and we are asking that persons who would like to get tested for HIV that you make an appointment, you call your health center and make an appointment. And of course you can always go to your doctor and ask them to recommend you for HIV testing. We also offer free condoms at the health promotion unit. Our office hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and we are located in the Ricardo Keynes building on Prince William Street in Charlestown.
World AIDS Day is observed on December 1st each year. I'm Andre Huey for Skn Newsline. Calls in Jamaica for the Queen to be removed as head of state. Regional news when we return. Come get your fresh smoothie at Master Mix Smoothie in Bastyr at 2 locations, the Bastyr Public Market or under the arch at the National Museum. Get a fresh, all-natural, healthy and tasty smoothie with flavors of your choice. Master Mix Smoothie knows the flavors that you like and mixes it all up for you the way you want it. Master Mix Smoothie, 2 locations, the Bastyr Public Market or under the arch at the National Museum. Master Mix Smoothie, always the real thing, always smoothie. Want to buy some fresh fruits, vegetables, or ground provision, but don't have the time to go to the market or even to find parking? Look no further. Green Market and Delivery is your solution. Green Market and Delivery is an e-commerce store that sells and delivers local produce to customers in St. Kitts and Nevis. Anything you purchase, you can get fresh from the market and delivered directly to your door. Log on to www.greenmarketskn.com. Click on the e-store link, choose your items, and shop away. We have a wide array of products from fruits, vegetables, local products, spices and seasonings, and much more. Save time and energy. Shop on greenmarketskn.com, your one-stop shop for fresh local produce. Now to news from across the Caribbean. A joint probe has been launched after cocaine in rum that originated from Ghana has been busted in the Netherlands. Amel Griffith of HEP TV has the details.
More than 1,100 pounds of cocaine in a shipment of rum that reportedly originated from Guyana have been busted in the Netherlands, prompting the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit here in Guyana to launch a probe. The cocaine, Nightly News understands, was among the boxes of rum when the shipment arrived at a port in the Netherlands on the 25th of November. Speaking on the bust, head of Skn James Singh told reporters that the container with the rum passed through the local scanner system, but there was nothing illegal found.
From the checks and balances that we've done when it was scanned by the law enforcement authorities, there was nothing in sight. It spent a few days on the wharf under the control at the port facility. And as I said, then it transshipped to other territories. So
James said that a full investigation is underway and that Skn is awaiting additional information from its counterparts in the Netherlands.
We're waiting on our colleagues from overseas to share what they have. If there's anything to suggest that it would have been loaded after leaving Guyana.
The large packages of cocaine were found plastic wrapped fitted between the boxes of rum in the shipment, Skn confirmed. For the HGP Nightly News, I'm El Griffith.
There are renewed calls in Jamaica for the Queen to be removed as the head of state following Barbados, who became the world's newest republic on Tuesday. TVJ News reports.
At midnight, the official announcement.
From this day and forever, declare Barbados a parliamentary republic.
Barbados now joins other countries in the region, like Guyana, which became a republic in 1970, less than 4 years after gaining independence from Britain. Trinidad and Tobago followed suit in 1976 and Dominica in 1978. Discussions about severing ties with the British monarchy have been taking place in Jamaica for years. Dr. Maziki Tame is a senior lecturer in the Institute of Gender and Development Studies at the University of the West Indies Mona campus.
Some years ago, I remember, I think some royal was visiting Jamaica and someone had spray painted on the walls, the gate to Mona, Mona, Nania Fewikri, Queen. And I think that expressed so much of the contradiction of saying that you're independent and the Queen that represents a history of colonialism, a history in which people of African descent were working to profit Europe with no compensation for themselves. At independence, you choose to maintain this connection, which, though now it's largely symbolic, still has significance in terms of that process of decolonization, which we have learned is not an immediate process.
For literary and cultural studies lecturer in the Institute of Caribbean Studies at the University of the West Indies Mona campus, Dr. Lisa Tomlinson, it is time for Jamaica to make the move.
It's quite silly, ridiculous that we would still have the Queen as head of state, excuse me. It leaves behind our colonial past. And our colonial past, of course, we know through colonialism and the legacy of slavery and also that connection that we've had to England. So it takes away, and it's a step towards that.
Part of the challenge, Dr. Tame argues, is that Jamaicans are not preoccupied with whether the head of state is the Queen or somebody else.
It's a kind of foregone conclusion that doesn't mean anything in our everyday lives. And so governments don't necessarily feel invested in making those kinds of changes.
Dame Sandra Mason was inaugurated as the first president of Barbados. Her role will be largely ceremonial.
If you're going to take on, we're saying that we're going to cut ties with the British, the ceremonial president is just a replacement of the Governor General.
Changing the Governor General to a symbolic presidency doesn't necessarily do anything to enhance democracy. And so in a way, we need to go further than Mia has gone.
In April 2016, as he delivered the throne speech outlining the government's legislative agenda for 2016-2017, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen said the Andrew Holness administration would move to replace the Queen as head of state. It's something the People's National Party administration also promised to do in 2011. In 2020, opposition MP Michael Phillips tabled a resolution for the removal of the Queen as head of state and for Jamaica to become a republic. Mr. Phillips called for the process to be completed before Jamaica celebrates its 60th anniversary as an independent nation. Vashon Brown, TVJ News.
Now to international news. Scotland and the Netherlands have confirmed the Omicron mutation of the COVID-19 virus and was in Europe before South Africa alerted the World Health Organization last week. The Dutch health authorities say they have detected the variant in 2 samples from November 19th. More than 20 countries have so far reported the cases. The US has yet to report a single case. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher reports from Washington, D.C.
Guided by science.
A new variant, but familiar advice from the United States.
If you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. Get boosted if you are vaccinated. Continue to use the mitigation methods, namely masks, avoiding crowds and poorly ventilated spaces, choose outdoors rather than indoors, keep your distance, wash your hands, test and isolate if appropriate.
There are no signs of the variant in the US, but other countries are stepping up measures to stop it spreading. In Japan, for example, all foreign nationals have been banned from entry. That'll last a month, and travelling Japanese citizens and residents will have to quarantine for 14 days on returning to the country. Many nations have already banned travellers from South Africa. That won't stop the spread, says the World Health Organization.
We are trying to warn the other country of the emergency that might be coming through. And those countries, they're going to now try their level best to get prepared of if should this particular pathogen enter into their territory, what they're supposed to do. But closing the borders or banning the certain countries for entering, I don't think is an answer.
Global stock markets have taken a hit since the new variant was announced, but analysts say it's short-term shock.
We do look for the economy to pick up again, especially spending on services in the first quarter and going into the spring, the Northern Hemisphere spring in the second quarter. And beyond that, we look for above average growth next year.
Public health experts say that it'll be 2 to 4 weeks before they'll know just how severe the Omicron variant is and whether or not the current vaccines can stop it. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, Washington.
This is their second expedition in the Premier League after their brutal campaign in 2017. TGE Debe Eagles came in the Premier League as the beaten finalists in the 2020 Division 1 finals with a bone to pick. But trying to go toe-to-toe with some of the big guns like defending Premier League champions SL Horses St Paul's United in their first match of the season proved to be a real challenge. Added to that, their embarrassing 7-1 drubbing to MFCR Old Road Jets in round 1 was not very encouraging.
But they'll have to be more disciplined defensively. Is where it will be the difference. Goal difference could prove big, and their goal difference. So it's not doom and gloom yet for the Eagles. When the season restarts, show defensive discipline should be first on their list.
Coach Chinonisa Huggins believes the team need to show more interest in showing up to training and better prepare for their games.
For me, it looked like I got to bring in somebody to talk to them, because they don't come on a regular, so it's like I need somebody to come in and talk to them, so that's about it.
Despite their slow start to the campaign, Dieppe Bay are on the same number of points as Bath United, just a poor goal difference of -42 to Bath's -23. If they can somehow find a way to eke out more wins and concede less goals, Dieppe Bay may live to survive another Premier League season. Until then, they will need all the help they can get to keep hope alive.
Welcome to the Skn Newsline Weather Report. I am Janil Boone. Here is a look at the 4-day forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis. more detailed weather report, visit our website at www.sknnewsline.com.
You have been watching the Skn Newsline Newscast. I'm Andre Huey. For more news and sports, log on to our website at www.sknewsline.com, visit our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or download our Android mobile app. From all of us here at Skn Newsline and Channel 95, thank you for watching.